Howdy, folks. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, The Mighty Bjorn, and today for you, I have a little bit of a tiny D6 video. Now, normally I don't have videos out on Saturday, but this is kind of an announcement video, as today I am taking time to announce a new supplement that I've made for Tiny Gunslingers, and that is actually up now on drivethru RPG, and that is Dead Man's Swamp. This is another horror campaign that I've created for Tiny Gunslingers that is set in the Louisiana Bayou, and honestly, it's being released just in time for Halloween, so all I have to say is, let's get spooky, bitch. But with that being said, it is loosely based on the Hunt Showdown. But with that being said, I've actually never played the Hunt Showdown. So when I say loosely based, I mean Mia Khalifa loose, because I really don't know a whole lot about the context of the Hunt Showdown. I just know it's kind of a horror game extraction shooter that's set in a swamp somewhere. I'm not even quite sure where it's set. But it does have a bit of inspiration from that, because I like the idea of the theme of it being set in a swamp, and I thought probably the best place to do it would be the Louisiana Bayou due to the size and more or less the notoriety of it. Plus, it takes us out of the West and it puts us a bit more eastward within the United States when it comes to the setting of Tiny Gunslingers. Now, with that being said, the campaign module I have created actually has its own background information, although I kept the information kind of light. So I guess I want to say I kind of left it open for dungeon masters to kind of create their own interpretations, ideas, and things that they want to create and come up with for this campaign module. But it does give a good baseline of why the events are happening, what's going on during this series of events that leads to the Dead Man's Swamp campaign for Tiny Gunslingers. The book is also packed with some new weapons. One new weapon is actually the Colt Thunderer, which is a bigger caliber of the Colt Lightning, and then the very rare Smith & Wesson 320 carbine, which is a revolving carbine that uses brass cartridges versus other more well-known revolving carbines that were actually black powder. There are some other new guns in there as well, but I felt like these two really highlight the showcase of guns. I also felt this was a good idea to actually add traps to Tiny Gunslingers with this module. That being said, I've actually taken time to test traps and how they would work, and kind of gave a very baseline of how they work, what kind of damage they do, and what they do. I also added some new shot shells mechanics to Tiny Gunslingers with this supplement. Basically now you have buckshot, you have slugs, and you have birdshot, and it describes what the different types of shells do. Also added some adventure ideas that you could put your hunters on, or your bounty hunters, or your scouts, whatever you want. Could be military personnel. Doesn't really matter, because the campaign module does lend itself to different various types of groups. Now, with that being said, those familiar with West of Hell will also be familiar with some of the enemies that I feature in this campaign module, such as zombies and the grotesque. But with that being said, this supplement also adds a variety of other new enemies just for this setting, such as one is a giant one-eyed alligator named Lockjaw, and then there's also the Scrapbeak, which is a generic, grotesque-looking enemy itself. Now, with that being said, I'm going to put this up. It goes for a pretty cheap price on drivethru RPG. I recommend going over there and checking it out if you want to check out this campaign module. Like I said, it's perfect timing. It's just in time for Halloween, so you could spark off your new Tiny Gunslingers campaign using this campaign module for Halloween. But anyway, folks, hopefully y'all go check it out and y'all enjoy it. With all that being said, I'm going to kind of screw off now and enjoy the rest of my Saturday. Hopefully you all enjoy your Saturday and that you all enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have yourself a wonderful day.